Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for being number one. I appreciate you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Patty Cake Crew, for coming in. I appreciate everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy December 24th, 2024. This year is moving on out. In a few days, a few short days, we will be in 2025. Hey, Cherry, hey, how you doing, honey? Welcome in. Happy holidays to you, Joshua. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is 47 degrees in my area, but the sun is shining. But if you go out there in it, it is a little bit cool outside. Hello, Shetaka Wood Crocheting. Thank you for coming. Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. Happy holidays to those of you who celebrate. I'm not going to be here long. I'm just coming in for a short while to share a little something with you guys. And I want to say be careful and stay focused. There's a lot going on, a lot of distractions. We got to stay focused on what we're doing and stay focused on the Most High God. Yes, stay focused on the Most High. And that is what I am trying to do here. Hey, Tixie, welcome in, honey. Thank you for coming. I am not planning anything for the holidays. I really am not into it like that. I'm just going to have food, which I have every day anyway, and I am so grateful for it. So grateful to have food on my table, to have a warm place to sleep at night, and many prayers for those that don't have places to sleep other than in the elements. So we have a lot to be grateful for to the Most High God. Y'all use caution in everything you do because the enemy is slick and the enemy will destroy. He comes in to destroy, to kill, to steal. My mother told me that one of her friends, 89 years old lady, who lived alone, she has one adult son, her home went up in flames 2 nights ago. And she was so barricaded in, you know, she had protective bars and different things on her doors and her windows. And about 3 a.m. in the morning, somebody saw her home burning. And she was overcome by smoke inhalation. So she's no longer with us. The roof of the home caved in. The house is burned to it's charred. I saw a picture of the house. And this lady lived alone. She was elderly. So let's keep a check on our elderly. Nobody knows what caused the fire right now. But what we do know, the house is burned and to non-repair. No repair. The whole rooftop caved in. So be careful, y'all. Hi, Boss Lady Denise, David Crop, how are thank you for coming in. Food Court, Danny, thank you all. She-Ray, thank you all for coming in. So keep a check on your seniors, on your family, on your friends, because it is a lot going on. And especially if seniors live alone and you know that their minds are not what it should be, by all means, keep a check on them, because some elders and some seniors will not give up their homes. They refuse to move away from their homes. Some of them I know refuse to live with someone else. They refuse to give up car keys and things of the sort until it gets so bad their family will have to take the keys away, slip them away from that elderly person. I thank the Most High God every day for allowing me to be alert, and I always pray that He keeps my mind intact, because you don't have to be elderly to forget some things. If you're trying to do a lot of things and you're not focused, or if just the cares of this life, you can forget things. You can forget things. And it does not matter who you are, where you live. You will forget some stuff. I was listening to Gwen Michelle, OK Lounge Gwen Michelle, and she was talking about how she had forgotten that she had a pot on the stove when she left home. A pot cooking, some chicken she was cooking. But the Holy Spirit brought it to her attention, and praises be unto God. She went back home to see about that. It came to her, and that was the Holy Spirit leading her to go back home. That could have been disastrous. As she said, it could have meant her building, her little dog. Things happen so fast, so quickly. So we have to be as careful as we can and ask God to keep our minds alert at any age. I don't care. Because we have had some fires in my city. I think about 6 fires. And I know 2 of them resulted in fatalities. So all the time, people just don't make it out. So we have to be careful. And then another person, a neighbor who is a senior that lives in the same independent living facility as my mother. And this guy is an amputee. He drives. He had a couple of wheelchairs. One he would keep inside, and one he would wheel himself out to his car and leave it out in his parking space until he returns home so that he can just grab it and, go on in the building. So the other day he was going just a short distance for a short while. He left the chair where he normally leaves it in his parking space. Somebody came by and helped himself to this man's wheelchair. Now, who does that? This person has a disability. Not only does he have a disability, he's 70-some years old. Why would you take this man's chair and go wheeling it down the street, pushing it down the street? Because somebody saw him pushing the chair and said he saw a guy pushing the chair down the street. So that meant when he came back in just a few minutes, his chair was gone. He couldn't get out of the car. So he called my mom. I just spoke with her this morning, and she said he called her and asked her if she could wheel his other chair, which he leaves under the stairwell, if she could push it out to his car so he can get in, transfer into the chair. And because if he didn't have that chair on the outside, he would have just been sitting there because nobody had a key to his apartment. So it's a good thing that he leaves it under the stairwell. And he said, he told her if he had not gotten her, he didn't know how long he would have to be out there. The things that people do to inconvenience others, the things that people do not caring about other people. Now he knew this person, this young guy, a description was given of him. This young guy knew that that chair belonged to a disabled person. But this is where we are as a society. We don't seem to care about others. We have no clue of things. We allow the enemy to rule us and to have us doing all of these dark, evil things. It takes a lot of praying and watching and trying to stay focused at every age. Try to be thoughtful. Hi, Heather. Welcome in, honey. Thank you for coming. Love you so much as well. But just be mindful. And my daughter and her husband were on the way to my mom's house the other day. And on the corner near the facility, they spotted two guys, one with a ski mask on, nothing open but his eyes, and dark clothes. And the other guy was dressed suspiciously like that. So when they saw him near my mom's building, they did not stop. They just kept going, called her and told her that they would come over there to her house today and give her what they had for her. And it's just a shame. It's really, really a shame when you cannot go about your daily lives without any interruptions like this. People don't have to do these kinds of things, but they're in darkness. They are ruled by Satan. And Heather says we must care about one another or no one will care about us. We should care about ourselves as well as others. No, they're not like us. And it's a sad day. Hi, Vanjie. Welcome in. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's really not fair. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. It is not fair. I have a family member right now going through a situation where she lives with a neighbor. I mean, just picking. And I've heard of other situations like that. Picking to the point that the family member is looking for other places to live. And I've heard this before. Nobody should inconvenience another in that way. But people are mean. They don't care. You know, it's just no love in some people for their fellow men and women. And it's sad. Yes, I pray for protection of my peace all the time, and in anything that doesn't bring peace, where peace doesn't abide, I dust my feet and get away from it. Because I just want peace. I just want to live my life until I can't live it anymore, not bothering anybody, not wanting anybody to bother me. You don't have to bother people for them to bother you. Now we have a new year coming in, 2025. Hashtag coming alive 2025. And we all have room for improvement. We must set realistic goals for our lives and try to achieve them and try to move forward and do our best to be our best selves that we can be. To treat everyone the way we expect to be treated. This is what we should focus on. If we can help anybody along the way, if we're so led to do so, let's just do it. Let's do it. There are a lot of people out here, a lot of situations. People need help. They need supplements, whatever. If we can help in any way, let's do our best to help those that we can help. We cannot help everybody, but those that we can help, let's try and do it. And we can start with family first, because I assure you, in a lot of our families, we have individuals that need help. Individuals that need help. I know I have them in my family, and I'm sure others have them in their families as well. So let's do our best to reach out and to help those in our reach. Hey, Good Eats Homestead, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Tim. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you all for being here. And I just thought I would jump on quickly to Merry Christmas to you too, Tim. I just thought I would just jump in and share those sad stories with you all. But one thing my mom told her neighbor, be thankful that you have another chair, another backup chair, and be thankful that this person didn't push you out of your chair and take your chair. So through it all, he still has a lot to be grateful for. And that's what I want to be grateful for, all things. Let's be grateful. Let's be thankful. Let's have patience. Let's not think we are entitled to anything, because we're not. And if anybody gives us anything, even if they speak a kind word to us, it's not about just physically giving somebody some money or a gift. Just speak kind words to people. We never know what people are going through. Some people go through stuff. Hey, 755 Media, honey, how are you doing? Happy holidays to you. What did I start to say? Anyway, just speak kind words to people. Even if we don't have anything to give physically, it's not always about that. It's about being kind, being helpful. Hi, Gwen Michelle. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I was just sharing a story about an elder, a friend of my mom, and they used to be church members as well. And she is no longer with us because of a house fire. And it was spotted at 3 a.m. the other morning. And I was just kind of touching on your story of how you were led to return home to see about your pot that you had on the stove. To God be all the glory. because some people are not that fortunate. We have had a few house fires in my city, and some people didn't make it out. So we're grateful that you returned home, that the Holy Spirit brought it to your remembrance, that you had this pot cooking. We're going to have to slow down and get focused on what we're doing, because the enemy is trying to destroy us. It's a real enemy out here who is trying to destroy us. I try to remember more times than not, when I back out of my garage, I will do a verbal note, garage door down. And that somehow jars my memory that I said that, and I know I have let the garage door down, because there have been days when I didn't remember, and I would just turn around before I even hit the main street and come back to check my garage door. But it's never been left up. But I feel if I say it, I will remember that I said that, and I don't need to go back. So it works for me. I just do that mental note verbally, and that works for me. It has been working for a long time for me. So we have to do whatever, and I pray all the time to be alert, to be mentally alert, because I need my mental to be intact as well as my physical. And I just make certain notes, and I've gotten in the habit, try to remember before I leave out the door. I try to remember to check my refrigerator door to make sure it's closed tightly, and to check my stove, especially if I have been cooking something. I will go back and double check to see if I turned my stove off. That helps me, because I know I forget some things. I have been in the car and come back and unalarm my system to check. If I can't remember if I did it, I just try to make these mental notes in my mind. Because I had an incident to happen one time. Tyler was here, and I had been cooking. This has been probably about a year ago. And I was cooking something, and I went in my room. I forgot that I had it on the stove, and Tyler came from the bedroom where he was, and something was burning. And from that time forward, I started trying to remember to double check, because that could have been a disaster. So whatever it takes for us is what we have to do, and it does not matter your age. We just got to try to be as alert as we can. Good morning, Ruthie. Thank you for coming, and I know you all had a beautiful vacation. I watched you while you were on vacation, and I know you had a great time. Hi, Frank. I have had food on the stove too, and God led me to go. Right. Yeah, it happens. It happens. And now what I do sometimes, because I'm always burning up toast, when I put it under the broiler, it doesn't take probably 15 seconds, and it's ready. And I can't tell you the toast that I've burned. Forgot I had it in the oven, and go to another room. When I come back, it's burning, or the smoke alarm is going off. So I try to stay in the kitchen now when I am doing the toast. My husband used to be bad about burning up stuff on the stove. So sometimes I set a timer because I don't want to go in another room, and I can't stay in the kitchen if I'm cooking something boiling for an hour. I just need to have a reminder. I will either tell Alexa or I will set a timer so it will help me to remember I got something on the stove. It can happen. It can happen to any of us. Yeah, you triple. Yeah, I do that, Ruth. I have to because I know I will forget. You're at home about to get ready for work. Gwen will have a safe day today, and everybody enjoy your day. For those of you who may be having family over today or tomorrow, enjoy your day and your time with your family. That's the most important thing, is to spend time with your family, whatever the day. Whether you celebrate a holiday or not, the most important thing is to spend time with your family while we're all here, because there will come a time when you might want to spend time with your family and cannot. I know what that feels like. After losing my dad, two grandmothers, and two aunties, I know what that is, and some others. I know what that is like, to not be able to call and at least talk to them on the phone anymore. So as much as we can, not waiting for a set day to spend time with family, try and spend time with family on a regular basis. I hear Gwen Michelle saying she tries to see her parents often, not waiting on a holiday, but just try to see them, try to spend time with them, try to take them food. She takes them out to eat. That is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. I heard a lady saying how sad she is because the first of the year is when she lost her mom. So she's sad right now because it's only been 2 or 3 years ago. So people are hurting out here. So let's just try to bring a little cheer in people's lives all the time, the whole year long. And as I always say, every day for me is a day of Thanksgiving, not just a certain day that was set aside for whatever reason. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. And I always say Jesus is the reason for every day, not just a certain day. Every season and every day in my life, speaking for me only. And we'll say, yes, ma'am, at least once a month I cook or take them out. The reason I moved back home from Dallas. Yes, I know you told me that. Only get one mom, one dad. That's right. That's right. You'll never get another one. And we don't always see eye to eye with our parents. We may not always agree with them, but we can keep it respectable. We can disagree respectfully. So, yes, because many people that I talk to no longer have their parents, especially moms, and they talk about how hard it is at certain times. And it doesn't have to be a special day, just a time when you get in your feelings and begin to think about them and become sad. Even losing spouses, even losing children. It's not easy when you lose a spouse. And I'm sure it's not easy when you lose children, because my mom lost a child. She lost my baby sister. Yes, a few years ago, about 5 years ago, she lost her to cancer. So, yes, we have to enjoy our family, and we have some family that is not easy to deal with, as it goes, not easy to love, but we do our best. They're still family, and we still try and deal with them as much as possible, but sometimes we can't at all. But we know what we have to do if we can't. The feisty woman she is, okay. You're right, pay it no mind. Pay it no mind. Both of my mom, father, and grandmother are gone. I miss them every. I know it, Frank. I know it because I know I miss my grandmothers especially. I miss my grandmothers. Yeah, and even friends that have gone on, grandfathers as well. May not have spent as much time around them, but you know them, you miss them. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. So, and Tim said, it is even harder every year for me. I had to let my first child go 7 years. Yes, hardest thing in life, to bury your child before yourself. That's what my mom says, Tim, when she lost her baby 5 years ago to cancer. Yeah. But she lives on. My mom lives on. She's strong. But I watched my paternal grandmother lose two children, my dad and her daughter. And she continued to live on. She was about 90 when she passed on. She lost her daughter was her baby, and my dad was her oldest. And she lost them both before she passed on. But she lived for a long time afterwards. Yeah, the medication will have people doing all kinds of funny things, different things. Yes, so it's understandable. So you all have great time with your families, with your friends. If you're celebrating, have a great time. If you're just being with family, have a great time. I'm going to the store in a little bit. I think I am going to make a roast, probably in the morning, and I'll probably be doing the new dish. I'll probably go live and do that new dish. I'm just going to be experimenting with that, but I know it will be okay because I will follow that recipe. Cammy Dog, thanks for coming. Cammy Dog, that's OK Lounge with Gwen Michelle. That's her dog's channel, Cammy Dog Adventures. And you guys can drop links. Maz, you can drop links if you have time, if you can, if you want to. Yes, that's our Cammy Dog. Hey, Cherry, hey. That's our little Cammy Dog. Cammy Dog got a lot of aunties and uncles out here. Frank said, I just lost my aunt. I said, oh, condolences to you, Frank. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear. Condolences to everyone who may have lost loved ones this year, lost loved ones. So we will keep all of you uplifted in prayer, and I pray for a safe holiday, or if you're traveling, I pray for safety and protection for all of you. I will be traveling after Christmas. It's because we don't like to travel on the holiday because it'd be so many people out here. I'm thinking we're going to the beach, and I am excited about that. I always love going to the beach. So, beach, here we come for just a few days. We won't be gone long, but I will try and get a little bit of footage while I'm at the beach. I may be live on my other channel doing that since it's my family and lifestyle channel. I may be doing that on that channel. May do some clips on my main channel. Well, the other channel is my backup channel. So anyway, I will talk to you guys on the next video because I'm going out to look for this roast, and I'm going to get them to cube it up for me like I've done before and cook it that way, make gravy and maybe some potatoes. But I'll be trying this new Jamaican, well, it's a new dish for me. It's a Jamaican dish, and I'm going to try my hand at it. I've had it at the Jamaican restaurant. I love the Jamaican foods, and this is one thing I do love. So I'm going to try and make it in my kitchen, y'all. I'll probably get up in the morning and start and make it. It won't take too long because I will prep tonight. Hi, precious pieces. Welcome in. Okay, what did Tim say, Cherry? Tim said, I live 15 minutes from the ocean, so I can go to the beach. Oh, I love it, Tim. I probably would go to that beach at least 2 or 3 times a week. Welcome in, precious pieces. I'm not too far from the beach, but we still have to travel. We're near it, probably. Maybe one of them may be an hour and a half away, another 2 to 3 hours away. Not very far, but it would be nice if I had one closer. And I like to go this time of the year when it's not so hot because I don't do well in that hot heat, those hot temperatures. So I like to go, this is the time of year, anywhere from like November, December, January, February, when it's cooler. That's when I like to go to the beach. Not that I get in the water, but I just love sitting out there, walking in the sand, watching the ocean, but I don't get close enough or put my feet in the water. I don't do that one. So, but I just love the atmosphere. It's such peace and such calming and relaxing. And I just kick back in one of the lounging chairs and just relax and put my sunglasses on and just watch the waves in the ocean. Generally, we will get a condo right on the beach, so you can go out anytime, night, day, and watch the ocean from the condo, and I love that. And I like to be able to cook. It's just a different atmosphere being on the beach for me. I love it. Love living in the Virgin Islands, going to the beach on the weekends, Virgin Islands. And are you a native of the Virgin Islands, Cherry? I love the islands from what I saw when I went on a cruise. I cruised to Jamaica, to Key West, Cayman Islands. That's the end I was on, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. Love living in the Virgin. It's a whole different culture, different atmosphere over there in the islands. Yeah, heavenly. Yes, beautiful. So I'm not going to prolong the time because I'm going to go to the store, got some errands to run, just going and pick up this meat that I want to cook. And I have everything else, and I need to look for some flavor rice and pimento seeds. So, yes. No, my aunt and cousins live there. My family's in Aruba. Oh, Aruba, okay. Your family's from Aruba. Yes. Whenever I think of Aruba, I think about a situation that happened some years ago. A young lady and her classmate, I think they took a senior trip and went to Aruba, and that young lady came up missing without a trace. I think she went off with a strange person, allegedly, from what the news said and the interviews and all of that. And she was a young person. I think she was graduating high school, probably 18 years old, and they never saw her again. And whenever I hear Aruba, I always think about that. But I know people who have gone to Aruba and they absolutely love it. Yes. Okay. And Ruthie says the beach is beautiful. Yes, it is. The water is so clear. It's beautiful. I suggest that anybody visit the islands one time if it's possible, because the water is so pretty. I mean, I wouldn't get in it, but it is so beautiful. The colors, I think it's green and just beautiful. Yes, Natalie Holloway, exactly, Gwen. You know this. Oops, excuse me, y'all. You know that story. This young lady was from Jefferson County, Alabama. Yeah, that was a sad, sad story. Happy holidays to you, Ray, as well. Caucasian. Yes, the young girl. Yeah, she was Caucasian, absolutely. And Ruthie says, I would love to go visit Aruba on my bucket list. Yes, I know some friends who visited Aruba not long ago. They loved it. Sunshine all year round. You did some grocery shopping, Taco Tuesday. Yes, Natalie Holloway. Yes, that was the saddest story to me. And no matter where we are, if we're in the U.S., if we're traveling international, we have to be careful. We have to not be conversating with strangers, not going with people alone, people that you don't know. Stay with your group that you came with. Just be careful, be mindful, because these things are happening everywhere. It's not just in the islands, it's not just in the Caribbeans or Caribbeans or in the USA. These things are happening everywhere. We have to be careful. Get a dog. We protect. Okay, guys, I am going to let you guys go, and I'm going to get out here. I'm already ready to get out here and go to the store to grab a few things for my meal. And don't ask me why I've waited to this day, but it's okay. It's all good. It won't take me long. I won't go to a store where I feel it's real crowded. I got a store in mind, not far from my city, one city over. So yeah, I mean, it's just a few miles down the road from me, probably 8 to 10 miles, kind of in the country. So yes, that's where I am heading. And she said, I remember me and my grandmother went to Aruba for 1 month and we played in the carnival. Beautiful memories. Yes, those are memories that I know you hold on to. Have a blessed day, Patty. Safe travels. Thank you, Cherry. Blessings, peace, love, joy, happiness to all of you. And I will see you guys on the next video. And thank you so much for joining me this morning on this pop-up. Y'all know how I do it. I may pop up anytime. I guess that's the way my mind runs. If I have something to talk about and I want to get it out, I just will pop up and just get it done so I won't forget. So just popped up to do that. But I will talk to you guys on the next video. Much love to you all. See you guys soon.